Nobody becomes a finished man overnight. It happens quietly when these 11 signs take over. If you recognize more than 3, this video will hurt. Sign 1. His identity exists only through her. Look at his phone. Wallpaper, her face. Lock screen, her smile. Profile picture. The two of them. Everywhere you look, she exists. He doesn't. He didn't do this overnight. It started as love, as pride, as I want the world to know she's mine. But slowly, without noticing, he erased himself. He stopped seeing his life as a story he was writing. He became a supporting character in hers. His moods depended on her replies. His confidence depended on her presence. And the day she left, there was nothing left to hold on to. No identity, no direction, no self. This is not love. This is self-erasure. A man who replaces his own image with a woman's image has already surrendered his frame. Sign 2, emotional unemployment. He calls her 5 times a day, not because something happened, not because there's a plan to make, just to hear her voice, just to check in. At first, it sounds like care, but listen closely. There's no purpose behind the call, no direction, no urgency, no life pulling him away. A man with a mission doesn't monitor a woman's existence. His time is already occupied by something that matters. These calls aren't affection, they're anxiety disguised as love. They're proof that his world is too empty to hold him. This is emotional unemployment, and often financial stagnation follows right behind it. Women don't respect men who hover. They respect men who are busy becoming something. Sign 3. His language is no longer grounded. Read his texts. Baby, you're the air I breathe. You're my whole world. I can't live without you. It sounds romantic until you understand what it really is. This isn't love speaking. This is a man who has mentally collapsed. No grounded man talks like this, because a stable man doesn't beg life itself to stay intact. These messages aren't intimacy, they're emotional leakage. They announce desperation. They announce instability. They announce that his survival depends on her moods. And once a woman knows you can't live without her, she stops valuing you. Because attraction requires gravity, and this man has lost all of it. The earth becomes too heavy for a man who abandons himself. That's when he stops thinking straight. Sign 4. The man who never says no. Watch how he lives. He's always adjusting, always compromising, always swallowing what he feels to keep her comfortable. His needs don't matter. His boundaries don't exist. His discomfort is treated like collateral damage. He bends, he sacrifices, he self-betrays. Again and again, not because he's strong, but because he's afraid to lose her. This isn't love, it's slow suicide. A man who trains himself to ignore his own needs trains the woman to ignore him too. The more you erase yourself for her happiness, the more invisible you become. No woman respects a man who crushes his own soul just to keep her smiling. Sign 5. The Mr. Yes Guy. Listen to how he speaks. Yes, baby, anything you want. I agree with you. Every answer is approval. Every response is surrender. No opinions, no backbone, no resistance. This man doesn't lead, he waits for instructions. He isn't a partner, he's a servant with romantic hopes. A woman can't feel attraction for a man who never challenges her, never disagrees, never stands firm. Leadership requires friction, and this man has erased himself to avoid it. He's alive, but he's already a ghost. Sign 6. Competing for approval. Watch who he fights. Not for his future, not for his family, not for his purpose. He fights other men over her. Ready to throw hands, ready to lose his freedom, ready to destroy his life just to defend her honor. Meanwhile, she's entertaining those same men behind his back. A man who fights over a woman has already lost the war, because real power is never reactive. High-value men don't compete, emotionally or physically, for female approval. They walk away. You don't protect what doesn't respect you. Sign 7. Addicted to attention. Watch his emotions. One text from her lifts his entire day. One ignored message destroys his week. He's not in love. He's emotionally enslaved. He can't think clearly, can't focus, can't function unless her attention is flowing. His nervous system waits on her replies. His mood rises and falls at her convenience. He needs her like oxygen, yet every breath she gives him is slowly suffocating him. A woman should complement your life, not regulate your emotional stability. The moment she controls your emotions, you've handed her your power. Sign 8. Cuts off the people who built him. Watch who he lets go. Not strangers, not enemies. His own family. He disrespects his parents, distances himself from his brothers, burns bridges with the people who built him, all for a woman who may leave tomorrow. This isn't loyalty. This is peak short-term thinking. A man who abandons blood for romance is announcing that he has no future vision. Women don't respect men who destroy their foundation for temporary affection, because when she leaves, and many do, he's alone. Sign 9. When he funds her growth and neglects his own. Look at where his resources go. His time goes to her, his money goes to her, his energy goes into her growth. He pays her fees, funds her dreams, elevates her lifestyle. while his own potential rots quietly in the background. He tells himself he's being supportive, but what he's really doing is abandoning himself. And when she outgrows him, she leaves him behind. That's not bad luck, that's karma. A man who builds a woman before building himself is preparing his own replacement. Sign 10, when admiration turns into submission. Watch how he sees her. Everything she does is amazing. Every flaw is cute. Every mistake is excused. Nothing she does is questioned. Nothing she does is challenged. He doesn't love her. He worships her. He puts her on a pedestal and forgets one dangerous truth. She's just human. And the moment you stop seeing a woman clearly, she stops seeing you equally. Because you can't see a queen if you're kneeling. And the moment you look up at her, she looks down on you. Sign 11 abandons his life's mission. Look at what he abandons. The gym gets skipped, the goals get delayed, the grind gets paused. Not because life got harder, but because her validation became more important. His life is on standby until she replies, until she approves, until she notices. A man without a mission is just emotional furniture, useful when needed, ignored when not. The moment a woman becomes your purpose, she loses interest. Because women don't follow men who wait, they follow men who are going somewhere. A man who drops his grind for a woman is already buried. He just hasn't smelled the dirt yet. If you saw yourself in this, good. That means you're not finished. You're aware. A finished man doesn't change. A conscious man does. You don't fix this by chasing harder. You fix it by walking away from distractions, from weakness, from the version of you that kept begging for validation. Put the phone down, go back to the gym. Pick the goal you abandoned and pursue it like your life depends on it. Because it does. Stop asking to be chosen. Become the man who chooses. Women don't want to be your purpose. They want to join a man who already has one. Rebuild your frame. Reclaim your time. Respect yourself again. Because the man who stands back up is far more dangerous than the man who never fell. Subscribe for more.